It is Tuesday, which means it is time for my college football picks. This is for the top 25, and this is for week number 7 of the college football season. Before I dive into my picks, last week probably was my worst week of the season. Went 11-5. Just finished 6 games over 500. Not really my best, but it did improve my record overall. I am at 99-22 on the season picking college football games. Now, last week, if you didn't watch the videos or the video of my picks, I didn't have any upsets, which probably should have looking back at it. However, this week, to make it up to you guys, I'm going to have count them, 2 upset alerts to keep an eye on this week. Where will they drop? Only time will tell. So let's get into this week's top 25 matchups. Starting off with 2 Friday night games. 20th ranked Virginia is at Miami. The Hurricanes are a 1.5 favorite. I can understand why Miami is a 1.5 favorite. They're playing this game at home, but I don't think it's really going to be that much of a difference. Virginia will win this game. The other Friday night game, Colorado travels to number 13 Oregon. The Ducks are a 20.5 point favorite to win. You know, it's weird. I like Colorado. I think they're a good young football team, but I don't think they're there yet as far as competing against the top tier teams in the Pac-12. The Ducks are going to take this one, and they will go 5-1. On to Saturday, South Carolina travels to Athens to play third-ranked Georgia. The Bulldogs are a 24.5 point favorite to take this game, and honestly, I don't blame them. Georgia will win, beating South Carolina. It is the Red River rivalry. 6th-ranked Oklahoma against 11th-ranked Texas. The Sooners are an 11-point favorite. Last year, Texas won this game and pretty much put Texas into the Big 12 title game before losing to Oklahoma in the rematch for the Big 12 title. And you know what? This is going to be upset alert number 1 because I see Texas for the second year in a row beating Oklahoma, ruining their undefeated season and maybe ruining Oklahoma's chance at a national title. 16th ranked Michigan travels to Illinois. The Wolverines are a 21.5 point favorite. Yes, they did win last week when I didn't think they would, but it was a 10-7 game, so I'm still not quite buying into Michigan right now, but I am going to take Michigan to beat Illinois. Illinois should be an easy team for the Wolverines to beat. 23rd ranked Memphis goes to Philadelphia to play Temple. The Tigers are a 6-point favorite to win. Memphis is new in the top 25 this week. Gonna take Memphis to stay undefeated and beat the Owls. Washington State goes to 18th ranked Arizona State. The Sun Devils are only a point favorite to win this game. Very interesting odds there. But Herm Edwards is doing a tremendous job so far for Arizona State. I like Arizona State to take this game. The number 1 team in the country, Alabama, travels to 24th ranked Texas A&M. The Crimson Tide are a 17-point favorite to win this game. I expect a good battle between these two teams, but in the end, Alabama is going to be too much for Texas A&M, too much for Jimbo Fisher. Nick Saban's going to coach his team up. Alabama will prevail. Michigan State travels to 8th-ranked Wisconsin. The Badgers are a 10-point favorite. Wisconsin, you know, like I said a few weeks ago, that's one of those teams where you try to figure out if, you know, they're for real or if they're not for real. But I'm going to tell you, Wisconsin is for real. The Badgers are going to beat Michigan State to stay undefeated. 25th ranked Cincinnati travels to Houston. The Bearcats are a 7-point favorite to win this game. This is a tough one, but I think Cincinnati's going to pull this out. They had that big win over UCF last week, put them in the top 25. Cincinnati will stay in the top 25. Florida State travels to number 2 Clemson. The Tigers are a 27-point favorite. You know, a few years ago, this was a big game where the team that had won the game would end up going to the ACC title game. Not as much the last several years. I like Clemson to defeat the Seminoles. Texas Tech, after a huge win last week, travels to number 22 Baylor. The Bears are a 10-point favorite. Texas Tech beat Oklahoma State last week, and you know what? I got this itch, folks. I think it's going to be upset alert number 2. Texas Tech will beat Baylor at Baylor and go to 4-2 on the season. 10th-ranked Penn State travels to 17th-ranked Iowa. The Nittany Lions are a 4-point favorite in this game. This is going to be a fun game. The last several meetings they've had, either in State College or at Iowa, they've been very interesting games. They've been fun games. I'm going to take Penn State to win this one, although I think it's going to be a close one. Louisville travels to 19th ranked Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons are a 6.5-point favorite. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I almost picked Louisville to win this game, but I looked at their schedule and 2 of their 3 wins aren't against really any good teams. The last good win they had was last week when they beat Boston College. But I'm going to stick with Wake Forest. Wake Forest has been a fantastic surprise. The Demon Deacons will win this game, and they will go 6-0 on the season. USC travels to South Bend to play 9th-ranked Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish are an 11-point favorite. This could be a tricky game. USC always delivers a good fight, but the Fighting Irish will win this game to go to 5-1. 15th-ranked Iowa travels to Oregon State. The Utes are a 13.5-point favorite. That's good for me. I'm going to take Utah to beat Oregon State. 7th-ranked Florida travels to 5th-ranked LSU. The Tigers are a 13.5-point favorite to win this game. And you know, last week I said the Auburn-Florida game could be a preview of the SEC title game. This is another game that you could legitimately say could be a preview of the SEC championship game. And if that is the case, I'm going to go with LSU winning this one at home. They're at home at the Bayou. The Tigers will give Florida their first loss of the year. And finally, Hawaii travels to 14th-ranked Boise State. The Broncos are a 12-point favorite. I think Boise State's going to take this one. Boise State is right now the premier team in the mid-majors. They've always been, for the last 10-plus years, a very good college football team. They're going to prevail. They're going to beat Hawaii, and they will go to 6-0. Who knows? Depending on the games, maybe Boise State goes into the top 10 by the end of this week. So, what do you think about my picks? Do you agree? Do you disagree with them? Leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you all next week.